Y'all, let me tell y'all how the ancestors work. I was sitting here. I started doing my introductions. Hold on. Yeah, this is cinematic. I started doing my introductions and I started overheating, like getting super, super hot. And I was like, yo, I have to come and get my fan because it's way too hot. Y'all tell me why the mic wasn't even on. Thank you, ancestors, because had I not gotten up and stopped the recording to restart it, like, no, I'm not gonna, I want to start over. And I'm like, wait, let me just play back the audio to see if you can hear the noise of the fan through the mic. And I'm like, why can't I hear anything? Hello, I didn't even turn the mic on. Anyway, peace, y'all. It is Aina Tumaya, and I am back with you all to share a collective reading. Now, I just have a quick announcement before we continue. I will be out of office between August 3rd and August 16th. So if you are wanting a personal reading or a personal Reiki session, I will not be around to provide that service. So if you wanted a service with me, it would have to be any date after August 16th. I am highly recommending my sister in love. She is a beloved of mine. I trust she, first of all, she moves with so much integrity. Like I can't express enough how thorough she is with her readings. So go ahead and check out www.vibegarden.org, and I will put the link here, and I'll put it in the bios and anywhere where I'm posting this reading. She does this. Okay, she is meticulous. She is well studied in metaphysics. She's well studied in the mysteries. And yeah, she's just a lovely being. And so go ahead and support her. All right, so let's just get this reading started. So I already pulled some cards that Spirit would like to uh, have us focus on for the energies coming this week. So we have two cards from two different decks. We have the Portal card. Okay. Gosh, my nails. I haven't done my nails yet, guys. Please don't judge. I've been busy. We have the Portal card. Let me get out of the frame. Okay, we have Portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards. Wild card. And interestingly enough, from another deck, we have Choices. This card says when you accept responsibility for your life and the choices you make, you begin to tap into the power of your own spirit. You'll be able to listen to and appreciate the intuitive wisdom that is inside of you and apply it positively and constructively to your outside world. Okay, so what is coming in? I'm hearing as below, as above, so below, as within, so without. How I'm receiving this message is that, I mean, very clearly, this is a week of opportunities. This is a week of blessings. It will be a week where opportunities will be coming in and will be available to you. It feels like in a greater amount. And it feels vast. It feels like this can apply to different parts of your life. Um, this is about taking all of the wisdoms, all of the life lessons that you've experienced up until now, and applying it to these choices that you'll be faced with using your discernment. I think the reason why the aspect of wisdoms is coming into this conversation here is because there is still that scam energy that seems to be present. I think there's still that desperation energy, and I don't really want to touch it in this reading because I feel it has been touched on for so long. I think though these energies don't require your attention any further. This is about looking up and looking out. So these portals and these doors that are opening up for you are not only outside of yourself, they're not only these earthly doors of opportunities, but they're also the doors within. Our realities are projections of the state of our inner verse. That's what determines our outer verse. As you've undergone these dark nights of the soul and these initiations, right? So initiations being these lessons learned. This is what is now available. So for those who have been doing the work and those who have been rising out of the second guessing energy. I feel like this is now a like an ongoing reading from the last reading where you have realized your confidence. And because you have settled and are grounded in that agreement that you are capable of achieving greatness, you are capable of taking on more responsibilities and the greater titles that you felt at one point before you felt you weren't ready for. You have agreed with this reality. You have signed the agreement to that reality, and now it's real within you. So now it can be real within the world around you. So this is definitely connected to transformative energy. So it honestly feels like a lot of different opportunities coming to the forefront. It can, I'm going to say it's going to feel overwhelming for a moment. And this is where the wisdoms come into play. So you are not feeling inundated with different decisions that you're going to have to be making. I would highly recommend for this kind of an energy to be grounded. It is going to be so important for you to get grounded. This is not a time to be too much in the mental. This is something closer to the heart space. So what I would say is, if you are an overthinker and you're someone who's prone to being anxious and experiencing anxiety, going into nature, connecting with nature, allowing Mother Earth to ground the energies, because it's going too high and it's 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 too much. It's not moving at a pace where you can process. And that's the type of vibration, that anxiety energy, and that rushed energy is how opposition does come. That's where the scamming could come in. This is why it's imperative for you to be getting into some earth energies with this. Balance though, and I'm speaking to those who are prone to overthinking. And when these opportunities manifest itself, and when you come and you see it and you're like, wow, I would say start with gratitude, because gratitude, I feel like gratitude does so much. Um, Gratitude first welcomes the opportunities, uh, without ego, without expectation, but also with a level of calm and trust and faith, like you knew this was going to happen. And I think that would be a good first step, just extending gratitude to the universe, to the creator, to yourself for putting in the work, for because this is a really important time. It just feels like many options. So as I'd mentioned before, these many options could come in the form of job opportunities. It can come in the form of material goods, people offering you things. Maybe you wanted something for a really long time, and now you're like, you found yourself kind of talking about it, and now multiple people are offering you different types, and you're like, oh my God, I don't even know which one to take. Different relationships, people, maybe more romantic prospects, making themselves available to you, or making themselves known to you. Um, just options. This is your options week, and it is important that you enjoy it, because it does feel like overdue energies. Um, and so, what I would say to prep, in order to prep for this, depending on when these opportunities come in, start to look back at those manifestation letters that you might have written out months ago, or vision boards, and identify what was written down, and maybe look at it and ask yourself, is this what I want still? And start to continuously envision that, and be a little bit more clear on what you want. Because when these opportunities come in, it I'm not going to say things are going to slip out of your hands, because I personally feel and I deeply feel that what is for you can not be taken away from you. If anything, it will be left for you in the next cycle. So if you get yourself in the energy of saying, okay, this is what I wanted, I did ask for this, and it's making itself present to me now, it is not time for there to be second guessing to say, oh, but I was so sure last time, I'm not sure. Start to like kind of prep for it the same way you have you're expecting a house guest and you clean your home and you prepare your guest room for this person. You are going to make sure the house is clean, you have some food for your guests, and you're like, okay, I'm expecting my guests, okay. And then when it's time for the guests to come, showtime, you already have all the snacks and the goodies, and you're energetically prepared too. You're in the socializing mood, you're not in like a weird energy, like, sort of like, treat it like that. I think there's also going to be something about all of these choices and opportunities presenting itself or making itself known. There's going to be something about that returns a lot of empowerment back to you and to many who maybe haven't been feeling very powerful, have been feeling very powerless. I think that now when the ball is in your court, and now when people are looking to you to wait to see what you want, when you've been living a life wanting to please others and see if they want you, now God, the creator, the universe, is looking at you and saying, what do you want? What do you want? Do you want this, that? We're waiting on you. Now the energies have switched, and rightfully so, because this is your life and you should be making decisions. You should be the boss of your life. You should be hiring people, firing people. You should be moving out, moving in. You should be agreeing to, not agreeing to. Everything is a choice, and it's in your hands. And I want to say this, and I think this is important for us to know, because it's interesting. A lot of times people, like, I'll do readings, and even for myself, like, I'm not going to exclude myself fully out of this example, but a lot of times, if people are doing readings or looking into certain energies, it's always a question of, am I the right fit for this job, this person, this relationship, whatever. But it's like, ancestors want to know, do you really like this? Is this environment good for you? Is this person really good for you? Or are you just going with with an external flow that is not related to your core flow, not related to the universal flow that's in alignment with you? I think we need to remember that we are in charge of our paths. And so I truly believe that all of these blessings that are coming in this week, I'm going to call it the week of opportunity, is to remind you of just that. Let's pull one more card for this collective reading. Okay, so we have the love card and the intuitive nudges. Yeah. So this is a sharpening, a refinement of your crown chakra. This is a refinement of you being able to perceive what is correct. It's definitely boss energy, management energy. It's the same. You have the tools, you have the ability to guide your ship. Your life, imagine your life as being your company. You're the boss, you're the CEO. You and the creator co-creating. Even the relationship with the creator is a relationship with the self. When you talk to yourself, when you encourage yourself, that's God that's God encouraging itself. That's God trusting itself. You are an expression of the creator. This is not about ego. This is not about narcissism. This is about balance. This is about inner trust. And then you have love. I think that this is And it's interestingly enough, I call the heart chakra the inner compass. And so for this card to come out is so, it is so relevant and aligned, because I do feel there will be more of a disarmament of the heart space, and more of a feminine receptivity to inner guidance, and not so much of a resistance. Because without this foundation of love, I mean, how can you really tap in with the directions and open up the doors of opportunities that are in alignment with this? If you don't have a good relationship with this is where all the magic is. You keep the door locked, you keep it guarded, you don't nourish the space. You know, you walk around not trusting the beauty of life. And there's a difference between not trusting because you're being led by your discernment. I'm talking about people who don't open themselves up to anything at all. Out of fear. Out of a deep-rooted fear. So that there are liberation energies connected to you making choices that are connected to your heart space. Look at all these white birds flying away. This is a release. This is a letting go. This is renewal. White, starting over, a shift in the vibration. These musical notes. Sorry about my nails, y'all. I need to do my nails for this trip. A blossoming energy. Sometimes the ancestors work backwards a little bit, and for good reason. I feel like if you, some people, I feel like some people, if you tell them you need to open up, you need to be more vulnerable, you need to get into the alignments of what makes you happy, they hear that and they don't know what you're talking about. They are not there yet. But if you put them in a space of having 3 doors available to them, and one of those doors, is being described as something that may be connected to their inner child, and that is like, oh, that one feels like familiar, feels like home. And once they go through the door, they've made the choice, they've taken action that has changed their lives. Now it like opens something up within them. It's like, wow, this going through this portal, because a decision is a portal. Going through this portal has opened up and awoken something within me. And I think that's where the connection is here. I'm gonna stop this reading right here. And I hope it aligns. And I'm very excited to report this energy, because we really do need this. We need to be accelerating the energies a bit. We need for there to be some kind of light at the end of the tunnel, because I think this is coming off of the heels of a lot of 9 to 5 energy, a lot of rat race energy, a lot of walking in a maze energy, and there needs to be an expansion. This is expansive. Now we're going to be seeing more crossroads energies, but like going to higher levels, making those decisions that are connected to the heart. And so when this comes up for you, I pray that you do listen to your heart. I pray you do listen to your heart. I pray you listen to your third eye. And I pray you feel the warmth of taking back control over your life, or taking back more control over your life. That's what I have to offer you for this week. And I hope it resonated. And I will see you in the next collective reading for next week, the week of August 10th, I believe. Yes. All right, guys, have a beautiful week. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.